Lots have been happening in the political periphery and the political space of Nigeria, and we've seen lots of controversies erupt in recent times. All right, and the most recent was Wike and Siminalai Fubara, his successor at the Rivers State Government House. Now, today's expose is going to center on the reason why we think and the reason why maybe lots of people don't even know why Wike was trying to, sort of claim rights over the budget and the monetary specifications or the monetary provisions of River State. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower. How have we been? I hope we've been doing perfectly all right. Okay, so there is this controversy that erupted between Nyesom Wike and Fubara. That is no longer news. But what do you think was the reason why Wike was trying to brag rights with Siminalai Fubara? What do you think was the headache? Well, Wike has played has played lots of roles in the background for the present governor of Rivers State, and according to what our sources are saying, the present governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, has refused to pay back or to show a sort of gratitude, okay, as regards their agreement with Nyesom Wike. How the Rivers State governor right now was formerly or is still on the watch list of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Lots of people did not know this part. All right, yes, he has been on the watch list of the EFCC and another anti-graft agency, especially the Code of Conduct Bureau. All right, he has been on their watch list for 2 years or 3 years now, and they are waiting for him to leave the office of the governor of Rivers State so they can arrest him quickly. They came closer to arresting him sometime during the build-up to the elections in Rivers State, but he escaped by the whiskers, when thugs that were loyal, they were perceived to be loyal to him, attacked the EFCC operatives that came to effect his arrest. All right, but Sim is not yet safe. You can run, but you cannot hide because Nyesom Wike can pull the trigger anytime, any day. Remember, Nyesom Wike saved him from this particular fraud case that I'm trying to bring an expose on. How Rivers State Governor Siminalai Fubara was declared wanted for alleged fraud of 117 billion naira by anti-graft agencies alongside 3 others who served under the Nyesom Wike administration. This particular EFCC case is domiciled in the EFCC records, and I will show you a proof that Siminalai Fubara is a wanted man with the EFCC. I don't want to call him a wanted criminal because he's a sitting governor, all right. But from what the EFCC put on their own website, you will see that these 4 people have been termed wanted and they have been termed criminals walking about in Nigeria. Okay, so Siminalai Fubara is actually close to an ex-convict, but here he is, basking in the euphoria of being a governor in Nigeria. This is the kind of rotten government. We don't want to take the helm of affairs in the political system in Nigeria, all right? So let us see how he got indicted or how he got into trouble with the EFCC and how he helped Wike and alongside 3 others launder 117 billion naira from the public coffers of the Rivers State government. So, Siminalai Fubara, who was the Accountant General during the time of Nyesom Wike as governor, actually masterminded all cash transactions that were taken away from the Rivers State purse by Nyesom Wike. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had declared 4 Rivers State government officials wanted, especially officials who served in the former administration of former Governor Nyesom Wike, who is now the FCT minister. The 4 officials identified were Mr. Fubara Siminalai, who is the present governor of Rivers State, Harrison Ba, Bessie Princewill, one Lekia V. Bukbo, and one Dagogo Roderick Abere. All of these people were declared wanted over a case of criminal conspiracy, money laundering, misappropriation of public funds, and abuse of office to the tune of 117 billion naira, with Mr. Siminalai Fubara at the helm of affairs. The anti-corruption agency disclosed this in a letter signed by its head of media and publicity, Wilson Wajaren. The letter read thus: "The public is hereby notified that the persons whose photographs appear in this alert are wanted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Siminalayi Fubara, Harrison Ba Bessie Princewill, Leki Avi Gbokpo, and Dagogo Roderick Abere, officials of the Rivers State government, formerly under the government of Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike. These people are hereby wanted in a case of criminal conspiracy, money laundering, misappropriation of public funds, and abuse of public office to the tune of 117 billion naira." All right, that is that. Well, you've had it there, and that's the expose. But something is left. All right, something is left. Now, from the EFCC website, which is the proof, I would like to show you what the EFCC said and how they pasted this particular notice on their website to tell people that these people were wanted. That means the EFCC are trying to tell us that they have not seen Siminalayi Fubara up till date. Is that what they are saying? Because they put up this particular post on their website for anyone who has information on Siminalayi Fubara and 3 others whose names were mentioned in that same wanted list to report to any of their offices in Kano, Lagos, and Abuja and other states, and or also report to any nearest police station. That means these people are criminals. Okay, but the EFCC now are turning blind eyes because Wike has come up to silence all cases with lots of funds, and that is the reason why Wike has been bragging rights over funds in Rivers State. So let's go back to the website of the EFCC. As you can see on your screen, this is a website. The website that the EFCC, of course, official website of the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and they actually put up the names of these people and their photographs and their crimes too, their ages and their backgrounds, addresses, for you to know that they have been treated just like any other criminal that has been found wanting in the Nigerian security space. Alright, so the suspects in their capacity as signatories to the Rivers State government account are alleged to have acted as proxies to several government officials, conspired and fraudulently withdrew and diverted the sum between 2015 and 2018. Siminalayi Fubara, who was at that time the Director of Finance of the Rivers State government, is 43 years old and dark in complexion. His last known address was number 12 Endless Street, Elito Woji Town, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Second person, Harrison Ba Ikashia, is 58 years old and dark in complexion. Her last known address was number 34 Post Office Road, Woji, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Mr. Lekia is 61 years old and dark in complexion. His last known address was Ministry of Finance, Block C, First Floor, Rivers State Secretariat Complex, Port Harcourt. The fourth person is Mr. Dagogo. He is 58 years old and dark in complexion. His last known address is Ministry of Finance, Block C, First Floor, Rivers State Secretariat, Port Harcourt. These suspects all hail from Rivers State. Anybody having useful information as to their whereabouts should contact the commission in its Enugu, Kano, Lagos, Gombe, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Maiduguri, and Abuja offices, or through these numbers 08. All right, that is that, and well, he's the governor now. What can we say about it? I will see what the EFCC can do about this, or what Wike will do about it. Remember what he warned. He warned during his last interview about this controversy, that they will finally know who is right and who is wrong, according to Nyesom Wike. So we'll know what happens at the end of the day. All right. Siminalayi Fubara, you have to call for peace because you are the person at the receiving end at this point. Yes. Secondly on the list of updates, Tony Nwulu, Deputy Governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Imo State, has expressed his disgrace or his embarrassment in Governor Hope Uzodinma. Yes, he's embarrassed with Governor Hope Uzodinma with the way he has taken over the state within the last 4 years. In this particular interview, Mr. Tony Nwulu exposed the fraud and irregularities in Governor Hope Uzodinma's administration in Imo State. According to Tony Nwulu, Hope Uzodinma is the genesis of social vices and crimes in Imo State. He made lots of revelations in this particular interview. As it is just few hours to the build up to the 11th November elections in Imo State, this Mr. Tony Nwulu, the Labour Party deputy governorship candidate in the state, has exposed Hope Uzodinma. I hope Imolites would hear this and know who to vote for.
The truth is that since Governor Hope Uzodinma assumed office in Imo State, there has not been peace in Imo State. Nobody has slept with their two eyes closed. You know, I mean, I surprisingly, I watched him speak in another station this evening. And on that note, I must commend your station for what you do, because it appears like, I wouldn't know, but for a sitting governor, you're reading out your responses from a you know, it shows you've totally lacked everything that shows governance. What are you telling people? They've written something for you to read. And most times, I mean, for most of the things he read out there, I felt he wasn't really living in Imo. And truth be told, he has spent more time in Abuja than he has spent in Imo State. So I think most of the things or the projects he thinks he has done only exist in his head. It's like an illusion, because I don't know where he has done those things. I'm sure he believes he had done them probably in the dreamland. But reality, there is nothing to show anything about government in Imo State. There is no sign. It's funny when you watch a couple of, we know that good video editors can do a lot of things, you know, very good. They can go to Enugu or go to another state, import roads and put it and tell you it's in Imo State. Those things are not true. And I dare, including whoever he was talking to, the interviewer, to come to Imo State and see it. We have roads in Imo State that a pregnant woman will lose pregnancy just plying on those roads. The 305 wards in Imo State has nothing to show that there is any government in Imo State. The 305 wards in Imo State, as I speak to you, Charles, I am telling you, send any of your reporters to come and investigate. You know, when he tells people he's built schools, schools in Imo State are without roofs. Some are outgrown by grass. So when this man tells people, I mean, and funny enough, you're a governor, you're almost coming to the end of your tenure, 4 good years, and you go to rallies and you tell people, I will, I will, I will. Is that what Imolites are expecting to hear from you? People expect you to give a report on what you've done. Let them score you. You should be telling people, I have done this, I have done that, but you still see Governor Hope Uzodinma go to rallies telling people, I will do this, I will build road, I will build schools, I will build hospitals. So what have you done for the 4 good years that you've spent over 800 billion naira of Imo State money? What have you used it for? But then, if I ask that question, it will look as if I'm being unfair to him, because this is also a governor that promised nothing. He didn't campaign. He promised nothing to Imo people. He has done nothing for Imo people, but he has taken away everything from Imo people. Right. And well, for a governor that spends better time, but let me conclude. For a governor that spends more time, as a matter of fact, in Imo State, he's a visiting governor. You know, he's a visiting governor. He spends more time in Abuja than he spends in his home state. We've had governors in this state, and all of them govern the state from the state, including those that we look at and those that we look around and we say, okay, these governors did well. They all govern from their state, but this governor only flies into Imo State. Once he comes in, they turn on the generator in the government house. He spends a couple of hours and they turn it off and he goes back to Abuja. So how would he not come out and tell Imo people all what he's saying? Right. Including, today, Imo is the capital of unemployment. That's the capital of unemployment, right, with over 80% unemployed youth.
Okay, you've heard it there. Hope Uzodinma seems like somebody who doesn't even want peace. All right, he has been exposed, and we have seen lots of killings, kidnaps, lack of employment, non-payment of salaries to workers, you know, beating up the NLC president. We have seen abductions. We have seen various things that happened in Imo State within the last 4 years. We can't continue to see these things in Nigeria, especially in a state like Imo State. So please, Hope Uzodinma should leave that office, especially when he is taken away constitutionally by the people of Imo State. I hope he has not planned to rig this. Although I brought to the expose already that he planned to rig these elections, and that is his plan. Let us hope that the candidates vying together with him for the seat of governorship would be wiser and play the wisdom role by making sure things go as planned. Well, we will see to it that everything works. Let's see whether it comes to play or not. Finally, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has reacted to the shutting down of the Imo State Airport by the Nigerian Labour Congress over the recent controversies that led to the attack on Comrade Joe Ajaero, the NLC president, by unknown persons perceived to be officers from the Nigerian police force. NANS want the airport opened with immediate effect as they feel that the NLC president, Mr. Joe Ajaero, has a personal vendetta linked to the recent shutdown of the Imo State Airport. Please stay tuned for the press conference granted by the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS.
On an official press conference by the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, on this day, November 9th, 2023, as regards the shutdown of Imo State by the Nigerian Labour Congress, a self-serving action in undue punishment to the good people of Imo State. All protocols duly observed. It is sad that our very respected Nigerian Labour Congress will decide to punish the good people of Imo State for an alleged sin of the Imo Police Command. And let us quickly state that an official position by the Nigerian police is that Comrade Joe Ajaero, the NLC president, was rescued from an attack by those opposed to the protest he was about to lead. Till there is an evidence to the contrary, that is the state of affairs. While we are not happy with the events concerning the attack of Ajaero, we cannot support a situation where Comrade Ajaero hides under that guise to pursue his personal political agenda and vendetta, thereby punishing an entire state in an order to score a political point. That is against the spirit of true struggle, no matter the argument any man will wish to advance. For the avoidance of doubt, the National Industrial Court has already restrained the NLC from the activity of Comrade Ajaero set out for. So no one is compelling for any reason. Wherefore, the instance of the protest in Imo, there is this reason many may believe that there is a political agenda behind the whole action. Till now, the reasons why an entire state must be punished for an incident involving a few actors is yet to be explained. How can labor issues be resolved on vendetta? Whose interest is this situation where the economy and social life of Imo State will be shut down? The NLC must not be used to advance the interests of terrorists and non-state actors who have been battling for the soul of Imo State. Because this action looks like a covert social economic terrorism. The reason why an entire state is denied water, light, petrol, official transactions, aviation services, and other necessary social amenities for reasons that are clearly political is not something that must represent NLC and should not be allowed in any form. Just this morning, the NLC decided to block the road that leads to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Road and probably other airports in the country, thereby disrupting all local and international flights and punishing citizens and businesses for issues that they do not even have the minute connections with. The question again is, why should an entire country be punished for an incident that they have no hand in? Most of them even condemn it and have called for investigations. The truth is that NLC is entitled to its grievances, and we support them when they are genuine and logical in their struggle. But these actions of using its power and influences to cripple the economy of Imo State and even the country at large, and punishing Nigerians as well.
Okay, that is that. And they feel, well, I don't know if the students are sponsored. I don't know if they were paid to come and do this, but they feel that Joe Ajero is having a personal vendetta over the reasons why the airport was shut down. Okay, so if the airport was shut down, that means they have something to achieve politically. Well, I would love to say that there are various factions of NANS. All right, so these people must have, collected one or two funds. As you can see, only one microphone is there from the AIT. So whatever happens, politically or not, Hope Uzodinma was wrong to send thugs and maybe the policemen against the NLC president. Why would you send people after a president of workers while a peaceful protest was going on? Okay, so that means this particular students association that came out to speak on this might be sponsored. All right, maybe that's why lots of media houses did not attend that particular press conference. But that does not take away the fact that they are aggrieved by the NLC's order to shut down the airport in Imo State. This has shut down lots of economic activities. No people traveling, no people going on their various activities because of the fact that the airport has been stalled. Activities in the airport has been stalled. All right, people coming in from other parts of Nigeria for the elections tomorrow might get stuck on the way. So the airport should be opened according to NANS, so there will be peace and so that there will be free flow of activities in the state, especially as people gear up to exercise their franchise tomorrow, 11th day of November 2023. Thank you so much for staying this far. I wish the people of Imo State free and fair and credible elections, and I hope that they've learned from their past mistakes to know who to vote and who not to vote. Please like our videos, share them. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. If you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you get to see me for the first time, or you get to see me quicker when I drop a new update. See you next time. Bye.